We're live. Welcome, Troy. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to do a hello there, but I don't think I can nail it. Can you nail it?
Hello there.
Yeah, see, that's much better than what I would do. I'd be like, hello there. And it's like too exciting, too there. So I'm not going to even bother trying with that anymore. So from now on, you need to intro with hello there. I think that would be amazing. How you
Uh,
been?
not too bad. Got through Christmas and New Year's. Back to work. Well, didn't actually stop work, but back to normal work as of tomorrow. What about yourself?
Yeah, just had one day off here or there. I get a couple of weeks off coming, but yeah, mostly got to catch up with friends, which was really lovely, and family, that kind of stuff. So it was nice. And
Yeah.
got a ton of Star Wars gifts. Usually, I'm a little bit averse to getting Star Wars gifts because often they're very tokenistic and not something I would want. You know, like say for example, Star Wars shampoo. Like, I don't need that and don't particularly want that. Do you know what I mean? So we put out in December the 55 things I think that you could buy someone for Christmas, and if it's not on that list, don't buy it for me. So,
Yeah.
that kind of concept, like, they were fun things. There were lightsabers, there were good quality products, there were Star walking hats. Like, that is, get me that. I'll be happy with that. I'll be happy with a Star Wars apron because it's practical.
And
However,
Star Wars shampoo.
yeah, don't give me shampoo. All the perfumes they have some colognes and things which are
Oh,
just very generic and not quality at all.
yeah.
But anyway, uh, we did have someone join us. If you're here, give us a yellow and let us know that you've joined us, or a hello there. That would be fantastic. Did you get anything Star Wars related for Christmas?
I
Don't say
no.
no because don't say no because you went to the New South Wales Christmas get
Oh,
together and you would have got a
well,
gift from that.
yeah. From that was a birthday gift to me. That was from yourself, the group. Yeah, I
Oh
was
yeah.
classing that as a birthday more than Christmas, but I did. And I do wear that hat around actually, which I'm very thankful. But I did get a delivery from good old um, Disney, well, Hasbro, sorry,
Is
Hasbro,
this is this
and
is this a self Christmas gift?
oh well, yes, yes, it is the new Bantha.
Nice.
Yes, it is very nice. So yes,
Wow.
goes to the collection. So yeah, no, it's yeah, it was only arrived like a day or two ago, so it was
Cool.
recent. So yes, but yeah, no, thank you for the hat. I've been wearing it around, so yeah, it's my new hat.
Have you got it handy? You should show everyone your hat. But anyway,
In the car, sadly. So yeah, next time I'll show it.
that's that's how useful it is. It's in the
Yeah.
car and you're using it regularly. That's amazing. And no skin cancer for you. Hey, Andrew, thank you for joining us. You're actually going to be mentioned slightly, maybe, not intentionally, but yes, intentionally, but or not. Geez, Deb, get your sentences together. We're going to talk about some of the things that we've done this year, and Andrew was actually one of the people who did a bit of a talk at one of our Skyforce events. So that's pretty cool. And I was going to mention that as something we have achieved or done that was interesting in 2025, which is kind of what we thought we'd do for our first New Year's, first of the month. It's time when people look at resolutions and reflect on what they did last year. So I thought, well, maybe we could do a bit of a reflection today and talk about, well, what did we like and what are we hoping to see for 2026? So, with that in mind, what I wanted to know was, wait, I had questions. I was going to go to, did you have any New Year's resolutions while we're waiting for other people to join us? Do you, Troy?
Uh, no, just trying to keep healthy and all that. So no, not particularly.
Do you do
Because
this? Do you do new have you ever done New Year's resolutions?
no, not
Same with
really,
same with
really.
Andrew. Happy New Year, Andrew. And if you're on here, if anyone else is here, do you do New Year's resolutions? Do you have one? But yeah, you don't really do it normally?
I don't normally do it. No, no, because I think if I go too high, then I'm not going to keep that resolution. So yeah. What about
Wow,
yourself?
wow, that's a bit defeatist.
Well, no, it's something that I keep on going. So sort of thing, like from last year, it's just continuation of trying to keep healthy, happy. Um,
It's not a new
yeah,
thing, you always do it.
that's right.
Okay.
Ex-
Then we did put a post up during the week, and it was around New Year's resolutions, and I made the comment about petty revenge as a new thing to try. I failed though. I'm not very good at it, but
That
I'm
is a
gonna give
very
it a good.
that's a very stiff way, petty revenge.
Well, your resolutions don't have to be positive. No one said that. I don't recall. Yeah.
No, no, I'm just saying it's a very stiff way.
So, looking at the year in review, some of the things that we experience, and this may come. Oh, Michael's here. Hi, Michael. He doesn't do New Year's resolutions. I plan out goals and dreams week by week and month by month. Okay.
Yep, I like
So
that.
technically, you might have a new one now, but it's got nothing to do with the new year. It's just the fact that you've developed a new one in January. Fair enough. I don't do New Year's resolutions because I've never been one to follow them. I'd be the person that would break it within like a week. But I am endeavoring to drink more fluids. Not very good at it, and I won't be again next year. So, like you, it's something I do all year, just trying to be better at it. What I was
Yeah.
thinking about was the year in review. Did you know or did you recall that we actually were watching the what do you call it? The skeleton crew. Oh, that didn't work. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to be able to see us. We were watching the skeleton crew in this time last year.
Wow.
To me, that's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep. It's
Oh, now it's just me on the screen. That's really annoying. Sorry. Oh, now it's
oh,
just you.
it's me on the
I
screen.
really can't work out this
So
new.
it's a
Sorry,
Troy
everyone. I
show.
apologize.
Sorry, Deb had
I
to leave.
yeah, it's just Troy. You're on your own. Off you go on your horse. Oh my gosh, I don't
Yeah, no,
like this
I
new layout.
yeah, Skeleton Crew. So yeah, no, it was
It was
I
this
still
time last year
actually
we were watching it. I can't
yeah,
believe I when I thought about that. Oh, look, I can make this bigger. When I thought about that, I didn't realize it was still. I can't work out how to get me back on the screen. Anyway, I
sure did.
I apologize, everyone. The system has upgraded, and I don't know how to use it. So,
Yeah, everybody, I agree. Deb connected me, and I said this was totally different, and yeah, have been having issues with the new upgrade straight away. So yeah, sorry, Deb, what were you saying?
well, Michael has says, "Gosh, time flies really this time last year." See, that's how I feel. I feel like it's been a
Mm.
lot longer since we watched Skeleton Crew.
Yeah,
I can't make this. Oh, wait. Oh, now I have just you as a giant on my screen. That's not helpful. I'll work it out. Meanwhile, you can keep talking, Troy. Tell us about
yeah.
Skeleton Crew. Was it one of your favorite
Skeleton Crew.
ones?
Well, uh, with Skeleton Crew, yes, I think it got a bit of a bad rap at the beginning because it wasn't long after Acolyte, and I'm not going to bag Acolyte, but I think that it didn't get the rap that it should have because I think the Skeleton Crew was not a bad show. It was enjoyable. I'm not saying it was a Andor or Mandalorian, you know, tier, but it was definitely enjoyable to watch.
Oh,
Yep, I could
no.
see you. That's all right. Hey, you're the boss. You can be seen on the screen, not me. Doesn't matter.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know how to fix this problem and I apologize. I guess this
Oh,
is what we have.
oh, there
We're
we
going to be
are.
on the side from now on in. I apologize and I can't see comments. I can't, this is not working.
That's what happens when people like companies do upgrades of their
Yes.
systems. It actually gets worse. It gets worse. So yeah, I had the
All
same issue.
right. I'm back and I can't. Oh, I wait. I think everything's back to normal. I don't know what happened, but we can now see more comments and I can see the different things that we can do here. I apologize. What a schmozzle. Christian has joined us. Evening.
Hey, Christian.
All right, let's start this one more time. In early 2025, around this same time, we were watching the last parts of the Skeleton Crew, and as you were saying, yes, it because it kind of came off the backs of the Acolyte, it got a bit of a bum rap, really. But
Hmm.
thinking about it now, there were parts about it that I quite enjoyed. Though, have I rewatched it in 2025? Have you? I don't think I have. I watched maybe one or two episodes again, and then I haven't even thought about it. It completely lost my mind. It wasn't something that I've been thinking about.
I haven't watched it again, but in saying that, I was just watching a stream this morning called March Madness, which has got to do with figurine collecting, the top 25
Okay,
figures you want.
sure.
And on that, they people are saying they want the Skeleton Crew
Ooh,
in
okay.
3 and 1/4 inch figures, including Brutus, because the only one we have got is the Jude Law's character. That's the only figure
Oh,
we've
okay.
got. So, it hasn't been forgotten. The series hasn't been forgotten.
That's cool.
Collectors still want the figures and all that. Will we get it? Don't know, but yeah. So it is popular. It's well liked.
Wow. Be interesting to know if anyone else has gone back and watched it. Yeah, so Christian said a 3.75 Neil would be awesome.
Yes,
Well, three and three
I reckon
quarter. That's how you say it.
a 4 pack of the kids. A 4 pack of the kids would be fantastic.
Yeah, they never did that, did they?
No, they do a lot of 3 packs and 4 packs, and this would be perfect because the kids are not full figures, like full. So that would be
Can
perfect for a 4 pack.
I know I might be on my own in this one, but I'd want to see a pack of the Neil's family, like a family pack.
So with the
Mum,
twins,
dad, yeah, mum, dad, all the kids. That'd be cool.
yeah,
I'd
yeah,
want
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It'd be like a little baba family. David says, "Hi all, happy new year. Welcome, David. Thanks for joining us. We're just looking at the year in review and something else that happened. I think this happened early this year. It's one of those things where it feels like it's been so long. You know, I find that as I get older, the years seem to go really fast. But in saying that, when you start to reflect upon what you've done in the year, it feels like such a long time ago. So it's a bit of a conundrum, really.
Mm.
Here's something else that we did this year. So we signed up some honorary members. So we've got Mike Quinn. So there was Mike did his shows as well in Australia. So I didn't get a chance to see them, but that happened. That was down in Melbourne, and same with Michelle Ang, who does oh my gosh, I forgot her name. Omega. I hate that photo of me, so I'm just going to skip past it. And then, and as we do most years, we hung out with Mark Rat. That's me dressed as George Lucas, which I think is hilarious. I just threw that in because I love that photo. And then we went to, I throw this one in, which is funny because it's also Skeleton Crew related. Then we went off to, by April in 2025, we all, well, not all of us, some of us went off to Japan
Right.
for celebration, which again feels like it was such a long time ago. It was
Yeah,
last year.
yeah, but I've still got the memories of Japan very well
Hmm.
clear in my mind. Meeting uh, Diego Luna and
Yep,
Alan Tudyk was an experience, but meeting Sam Whitworth and um, Vanessa Marshall at Disneyland of all places, or Disney Sea, sorry, in all places was
yep.
the highlight, like even a bigger highlight. It was just
Yep.
it's amazing, and yeah, Japan trip was fantastic. So yeah,
Okay. So, of all the things, and welcome, Jason. Thank you for joining us. That's right. You're allowed to be a little bit late, given that you're in a completely different state, and I'm sure it's something like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something ridiculous like that. Jason's in Western Australia,
Right.
and we were just talking about the year in review and what were our highlights and what were some of the things we experienced. So, are you going to say that celebration was your highlight?
Yes. Yes, it was my
Okay,
highlight.
cool. It'd be difficult to say that it wasn't for anyone.
Yeah, no, it's definitely it was definitely
Jason says Jason says he's in a sober state. Good thing. Some of us have work tomorrow. Sorry, you go.
yeah, um, yeah, no, yeah, celebrations like, you know, people have asked me, will I be going to the next one? And I'm not sure, but
Oh, yeah, yeah.
at least I'll have that experience of this year's one.
Yes. And I think that's what the goal is for most people. That's how most people have looked at it and go, well, I've had the opportunity to go, and thank you for it being in Japan where it was more convenient for us to get to, etc. But don't know what the future looks like. Yeah, so Nick says I don't think any Star Wars fans will travel to America from Australia. Oh no, I think there will be some that will go. There are people who love Star Wars more than I do who would definitely go just because it's celebration, I can imagine. But I'd want to see what's going on over there before I commit to anything. But yeah. Yeah, see, Jason says, yeah, already plans are in. Yeah, and other people,
That,
the virtual cantina people are all talking about it all the time.
hmm,
Always. So while we're over there, we met, as you mentioned, people from Star Wars. I met Vane from Skeleton Crew, who is my favorite of Skeleton Crew. I know yours is not necessarily him, but he's mine, and I was pretty chuffed. After celebration, some other things have happened that were highlights. I don't know if I know you and I didn't get to experience this one, but Don Bees flew back to Australia, so he spent some time with the Melbourne crew, which is great. He's one of my favorite Star Wars people, mostly because he likes us, and I'll accept
well, that's
anyone that
bonus.
likes me.
That's a bonus. Yeah.
And he's really accommodating. He's just a really lovely man. Plus, he's had such a great experience with the Star Wars. So, you know Don's background and what his role has been with Star Wars? You may
I
not.
can't.
I'll tell you.
No, no, I don't.
So, he was one of the operators of R2 in the prequels. And he also had the opportunity to, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I probably just got that wrong, but he's been an R2 operator, and he also got to be the fill-in Boba Fett for the special edition. So you know that one where it's got the background picture and it's got Boba Fett without his helmet on, and there's a guy with glasses and a moustache that gets thrown around in pictures everywhere? That's Don
Yeah.
Bees.
Right.
And so when we had COVID and the lockdowns, he was the first person to say, "Yep, I will 100% meet up with you and do an interview and talk about Star Wars stuff so you can use it on your socials so that, people can remain connected." And he was just absolutely lovely. So yeah,
Good.
he's great. Anyway,
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
yeah. So he came back to Australia and met up with the Melbourne crew, and he's actually a member of Star Walking. Was a member before he became, I guess, an honorary member. So yeah, really liked coming. All right, so we've got some comments. Jason says, I don't have anything to hide. I'm not going to miss celebration. Christian says, I'm sure the government already knows what we're doing. And as to the DNA stuff, I don't think that will end up happening. Oh, everyone's worried about the American stuff. And Nick says, after the wars that's happening now, it's better off going to Europe or Japan. Well, they've already made their decision, so we'll see what happens. Well, it's Star Wars. It's mostly based in America, a lot of the time, apart from what they do in England. It
Yeah.
wouldn't surprise me if it happened, if they still want to go ahead. Anyway,
Well,
we
we'll
will
just wait
watch
and
and
see for
see.
next year. Yeah. Isn't it
Who
funny? They
knows?
still see next year. I'm going, wait a minute, next year, because it's 26 already. So,
Yes. So we did some more images that I just put up from my stuff. So that was us at celebration, the people that got to be in the photo. You weren't there that day, I don't think. Uh, Geez, not many of us from Star Walking, but that's who we were. And then we're talking April was Andor,
Uh,
the epitome of brilliance of Star Wars. So if you had
mm.
to choose of your highlights, and you can only choose one, was your highlight going to Celebration, or is it been watching Andor?
I would have to say celebrations. The reason why, because that experience is going to be a one-off experience. Andor,
Yep,
I can watch again.
yep, cool.
Even though Andor is fantastic, don't get me wrong, people, but I can go on Disney Plus and watch it again. Where Star Wars Celebration, the experience, the walking around, the meeting people, it's not going to happen like that ever again.
I loved the fact that you hesitated and went, "Oh, all right, no, I've got my answer." But the hesitation just shows how how great this series was. It was a highlight of the year, and
Yeah.
they've done fantastic. They did a fantastic job. So it was great to see quality work come out that had very little criticism from the fans. I
Mm,
mean, there was always going to be people who criticize, and there
yeah.
were people who didn't like it for whatever reason. It was boring for some people, etc. Like there's always going to be some level of negativity, but it was quality work. It was well done.
Yeah. I always class Andor, I always said it's gritty. That's how
Yeah,
I describe it, but in a good way. It's gritty, but in a good way. It's not the wham bam, flash flash CGI, everything going on crazy. It's more in depth, with the characters and all that. Yes, of course, there's action and all that, but not it's not the same like a normal Star Wars, like a normal Star Wars movie. So yeah, no, I liked it.
like a more child-friendly Star Wars movie.
Yes,
Although, really, they're not that child-friendly. But yes,
yeah. Well, when you put it probably up against, I don't know, A New Hope sort of thing, that's probably the most child friendly of them all. Um, when you look at it, but yeah, no, it's yeah, no, I can't fault Andor, to be honest.
no,
It's
me
yeah.
neither. So, something else that happened this year, though not as exciting, anywhere near as exciting, which was really sad, is the new, I guess, Jedi frilled neck lizard that we brought out, and it was our mascot for this year, so it goes alongside the Sith drop bear, which is pretty cool and fun. Next year is going to be even more exciting. I can't give away, but I'm just going to say that if you're a member or if you're not a member, that the mascot that we're going to have for 2026 looks pretty cool. That's all I've got to say. And it's one that I want. I definitely want. I want it
It
on a
does.
hat. I want it on a shirt. I want it on stickers. I want it on badges. I want everything. We've gone to a bit of artistry put involved, and it's going to link closely to one of the series that's going to be coming out this year as well. So it's going to be awesome timing. But yes.
Mm.
We've got some comments. Luke says hello there and welcome. Jason says celebration was a major event. Meeting Deb. Yay! Christian and members of the Legion from all over and taking away some fantastic friends who are now keeping contact with. That's the highlight. And being able to wear my 181. Oh, comment's gone too far. 181st Thai pilot in Japan top stuff. Nick asked, did anyone buy the 2026 Cat Wars calendar? I did not. Have you seen it? Maybe it's something I can look up later.
Mm.
Um, Nathan says on a shirt. Yes, Nathan, we haven't yes, I need to talk to you about that actually. That's something I want to follow up with Nathan. So Nathan has Geekdom Tees and he has awesome shirts. And quite funny and humorous. And I think we've put a little bit of content up before. I've got some reels. I should add some more on our socials. Because Nathan was selling our Star Walking shirts. So he has one of the ones that we have, and then we have Redbubble with some of the other ones. Okay, Michael says that he hasn't been to Celebration, would love to one day. And Christian confirms that the mascot, he's seen it, he confirmed it's bloody awesome and it needs to be on a coin. That now I feel like we should tell people what it is
Mm,
because all the team know what it is, and everyone else is just going to have to be one of those ones that you have to wait and see. But it'll be coming. It'll be
yeah,
cool. You'll want it, and maybe we need to have a conversation with Nathan. All right. So what else did we
definitely.
do? We went to because I'm only going to do half the year because otherwise we'll be here forever talking. Because we actually did quite a lot this year. We went to Supernova and we met Brandon, Brandon, Wayne, which was pretty awesome. But I not only have this photo of us with him, but I also found this photo because you also caught up with him as well, I believe. And I know Christian did because Christian was really great at having him connected with us. So that was fantastic. It was a bit of a team effort from everyone. So that was kind of a highlight and a really cool thing that happened.
Yeah, it was. It was. He was a nice guy.
Yes. Christian said that's a cute Rhodian. So if I go back, oh gosh, I wonder who that Rhodian is at the end there, Christian.
Uh,
Oh dear. Okay, and then we also went to Geek Markets. That was just a shot taken from there, and that was with the girls. And we hosted our first panel, which was, I guess for a first panel, it was interesting. And we had about 10 people listening, which is not
hey,
great. But
hey,
hey,
that's 10 more than zero.
it was terrible. But anyway, Nick says, I sent you some potato, your Facebook message. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but anyway. Uh, oh, so Jason, did you get to meet Brendan Wayne as well in Perth? And welcome, Michael. What else did we do? We also have been hosting cosplay at Collecticon. I think I just
Yep.
threw in some photos. Oh, look, there's the Rodian without its helmet on, without its head on. I don't know how to mask. I don't know. We also had Skyforce meetings, and Ondoors had donated us a lot of prizes. So these were some of the highlights. I'll get rid of that. That were some of the highlights of things that happened, and we settled on Celebration being the best, but not everyone got to go to Celebration. So I'm curious what everyone else saw as their highlights. So, for example, if I hadn't
Yeah.
been to Celebration, mine would have been meeting Brendan Wayne at Supernova. I enjoyed watching Andor like yourself, but mine would have been, yeah, Supernova was pretty cool. Hosting cosplay is okay, but it's something we do just about every month, so it's become a little bit usual. Same with going to Collecticon, which is fun. But that's a lot that we did in 6 months.
Yeah, we have. We've done a
Sh-
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was only 6 months. I only went up to the middle of the year. I haven't done the last 6 months of the year. So that's what we have been up to. So one of the things that I wanted to do, because I wanted a bit of interaction rather than everyone just listen to me ramble on about what we've done in Star Walking or what we've experienced in the last 12 months, I'm going to skip to a guessing competition. I like these. These are my favorites. What I want you to do, and Troy doesn't know I was going to do this to him, so I apologize, Troy, because I do this to you all the time and just go, guess what? You're doing a game.
Right.
So this game is simply this. I want everyone to tell me how old was Luke as a character in A New Hope and see if you can guess it before Troy does. And so I'm going to give the high or low response so you can get some hints. Oh, so Nick says I sent photos to Facebook Messenger Deb of Cat Wars. Thank you, Nick. That makes sense. Cool. I'll have a look at those later. So, how old? We've got one answer. Wait. Oh, we've got two answers and they're exactly the same, which is hilarious. So,
Can I
before
try
you
to guess?
before you even before you even had a chance to answer, Nick, Jason, and Christian have all answered correctly. So Troy,
Yep,
you get a chance to answer the next one.
that's all right. They're faster than me. Good.
So they were much faster than you. How old was Leia? Troy, do you
Oh,
know? In A
I,
New Hope?
she was 19, I think. Well, she would have been
Correct.
the
All
same age
right,
as,
let's go to Harry.
well, because I couldn't see,
Exactly, she's a twin.
yeah, she's twin, but I didn't see the answers of what everybody said, Deb. So what was Luke's age?
So let's go to yeah, Leia's 19. Correct, Nick.
Yeah,
So what about Harrison Ford?
let the group
What
decide on
is
that one.
Han Solo? What is his age in A New Hope? What is his character's age? What is Han Solo? How
I'm,
old is he
I'm
meant to
guess,
be?
I'm guessing 25, but I think I'm wrong.
I'm gonna say higher. Jason said Nick says 25. Jason says 26. Higher. I'll
30,
give the guys one more go. 30 is lower. Christian's 33 is lower. So it's between 26 and 30.
27.
27, it's higher. Jason says
Oh,
28, higher.
29. Wow.
Yes, 29, correct. Let's try. How old was Obi-Wan's character? No one else guessed it, 29, but that's okay. We've got some late answers coming in because there's a delay when the comments come through. So we've got some 32s, some 28, 27s, but it was 29. What about Obi-Wan? How old is Obi-Wan? What do you reckon, Troy?
I think he's in his 60s in this.
I'm going to say lower. Jason
No,
says 10 years older. Han is a cradle snatcher. I know, right? Yeah, lower than 60. Guys, what have we got? We got
uh,
65, not lower.
well,
60
I,
lower.
time wasn't
All right, you can have another
nice
guess.
thing.
51 higher. Troy, what do you think?
Um, I don't know if someone already said this. 57.
Oh my gosh, yes. Good guess. Because Christian just guessed 56 and I was going to go higher, but then you guessed
Me
57
too.
anyway. So, yeah, so
Thank you,
he's
Christian.
57.
57.
So if you think about it before we go to the next ones, if you think about it, I, I'm not going to guess how old you are, but I'm going to say that most of the people who, except for Christian, of course, because I know he's quite young, and don't take offense at this, Christian, because I'm trying not to be offensive. I'll fail. What I find interesting is that the character Obi-Wan is 57. And I look at that and I go, I'll be 57 in so many years eventually. And even at my age now, I have no tolerance for young people. How he put up with Luke and Luke's whiny behavior, it just is beyond me. I'd just be like, no, you know what? You stay on Tatooine. I'm out of here. I didn't sign up for this. The amount of tolerance that Obi-Wan has in A New Hope is amazing. That's my view.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, those Tusken Raiders should have mobbed you. Uh,
It's just, yeah, you'd be like, you're just going on about nonsense, kid. Go away. And it makes sense why Han Solo has a little bit of less tolerance for him as well because he's 10 years younger than him. He'd be like, ah, you're just a kid.
yeah,
So
well,
I understand
he called
some of
him
those
kid.
dynamics there.
Yeah, he called
Yeah,
him kid in
exactly.
the movie all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, and when he did, I was like, why are you doing that? But yeah.
Hmm.
Nick says, I believe that he aged old quick because of that new Jedi technique drains your youth. There you go, maybe. All right. What about how old was Chewbacca in A New Hope?
Can I say
Yeah,
200?
spot on. Did you already know that? Because you don't look surprised.
Yeah, I knew that one.
And yeah, Jason, it was 200. So what about how old is Anakin? How old is Darth Vader? Do you know that one? Which is
So
really funny because I don't know any of these.
he'd be in his 40s. In his
He would
40s.
be in his 40s. That is correct. How about will we see if anyone can guess how old Darth Vader
Yeah.
is in A New
I'll,
Hope?
I'll shut my mouth and let the
And
guy figure that one out.
36, it is higher.
In the 40s,
He's
guys,
got to
in
be
the
higher.
40s.
Like, 44 lower, 41 higher is the perfect age. No one knows what that is. 47 is lower, Gavin. Oh, welcome, Gavin. Older than 42. No, Jason. 42 is the correct answer. 42. So the answer to the life, universe, and everything is how old Vader is. And that, to me, is probably a significant number for whatever the reason might be. I'm not going to do R2 because that's ridiculous, though. Let's do Grand Moff Tarkin. How
No clue
old
on
is
this one,
Grand Moff
guys.
Tarkin?
I'm leaving it to you guys. I have no clue.
I was a little bit I don't know. So we'll do this last one. Oh, so Jason says no, I meant older than my first answer of 36. Yes. Older than 42. Correct. Yes, you're correct, Jason. So what about Tarkin? 73 is too high, it's lower. 63 is too low, it is higher. Tarkin is 58, it's higher. Nick, 63, it's higher. Michael Leach, it is 67, it's lower. Christian, 66, it's lower. We're getting close.
65.
Jason, 65, it's lower. Nick, 65, it's lower.
One more down, guys. One more
Come on.
down.
One more. One more. Someone surely's going to. Yeah, it's it, Gavin. Thank you very much. 64. So, Grand Moff Tarkin is 64. Obi-Wan is 57. And Vader is 42. So, in the similar vein, Tarkin's 64 and Vader's 42. I wonder, yeah, winner Gavin, when I'm 64. Yeah, exactly. But I wonder how much tolerance Tarkin had because he was going through the ranks long before Anakin came along. And so Vader didn't come along until what?
The Clone Wars.
Not that much long.
Well,
Yeah, but
they
as
met each
Vader.
other. Oh, as Vader. Okay. So as
Mm.
Vader in the Revenge of the Sith. Um,
Yeah, like a few years, if tops, he's been Vader in the Vader suit, and then we have a New Hope, and then you've got a 64-year-old man who's then gone, who's this upstart? But he has to curtail to him. He has to do as he says because Vader has the power, even though Tarkin has quite a significant amount of power.
I was going to say, Tarkin
What
bossed Vader around in A New Hope.
he does,
Mm.
he does.
So,
And
I think that.
is is that because
Okay.
Tarkin's got the experience?
I think so. I think he also was given the authority from Palpatine as well. So, especially with the Death Star, it
Oh,
was
we've
like
got
baby's project.
right. Gavin, if Vader was 42 then C3PO is 33. Close, he's 32 according to the the trivia thing that I found. But yes,
Hmm.
good guess. Good maths. Good mathing.
That's good to. I didn't know that one. That's
Anyway,
good to know.
so if Vader was 23 with the suit, how long is there between
19 years.
um Revenge of the okay, so he's been around for 20 years then.
Hmm.
Yeah? 19
So
years
yeah,
in the suit.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, he was.
And he still
He
got
went
bossed
into
around
the
by Tarkin.
yeah. Probably not
Oh,
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, that's right, Jason. Vader. Yeah, because Vader was busy hunting Jedi. Yeah, good point.
It wouldn't have been. It was only like Tarkin was given the Death Star, so it was pretty much unless Vader had to crisscross with him for the Death Star, then even as he had it
Tarkin was given the Death Star is probably an accurate statement, but I look at it more of
in charge.
stole it.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know. What are you talking about? The credit?
I feel as though that's why I relate to Director Krennic so much because I'm like, yeah, no, I put lots of effort in and never ever get praised for what I've done. He's one of my favorite side characters, I suppose, for that reason. Poor Director Krennic. Okay, so Nick's done the maths. Episode 1, Anakin was 9. Episode 2 was 19. Episode 3, he was 22. Fair enough.
Hmm.
And in between, we saw the Clone Wars. There's various ages in there.
Deb, while we're here, how old is R2?
Yes. How old's what?
R2D2.
R2.
Mm.
According to this, it just says greater than 32 years. We don't actually know,
Mm. Yeah.
which I find fascinating that we don't know how old R2 is because we don't know who originally made R2 either. So we know that Anakin made C3PO, but we don't know who made R2. So I find that and where he was before all this.
Well, I'm
Anyway.
presuming R2 was made by the company that makes R2 units.
Well, okay, yes,
Assuming.
yes. Yes, but and we know he was owned by Captain Antilles at some point, and we know that yeah, there was various times where R2 was around doing different things and owned by different people, but I don't think we know who was original. And if anyone does know, let me know because I'll go look it up later and just double check it. It's time for us to do a little bit of feedback. So one of the things I put out was a poll this week with the idea that we had started doing member only sessions, which is available for anyone who's a Star Walking Incorporated member. And we were meeting up after this session and just talking with other people about Star Wars and just getting to know people, finding out where people are located. Is there someone close to you that you could hang out with? Because sometimes we find we're a little bit isolated as Star Wars fans. So it was an initiative that we had started in 2025. But what we were doing is having those meetups straight after this live stream. And I wanted to know whether or not that was a really convenient time or whether or not people wanted to be able to meet up on different days. So I put a poll up earlier today, got some responses, and most of them were saying that they'd rather have it straight after this. So some of the people who attend the meetup don't necessarily come to the live stream, but they just join the meetup afterwards, which is nice because what it is instead of listening to me talk the whole time, because sometimes I let Troy talk, um, it's it's an opportunity for everyone else to talk, and you're not just having to try and type in your comment and hope that it arrives and we read it in time and that it makes sense. It's an opportunity for you to actually speak as well and share things together. Yeah. So David said yes straight after, which is what. Oh, wait. There's a whole lot of things are happening right now. Sorry, I got distracted by the comments. Jason says try Perth Jeb. Lol. I'm not sure what that was. See, again, I don't know what that's related to. If there's something I've said, and then if you come to the on live thing, the online one, then you can actually say it in person and it makes sense because it flows in conversation. David says he likes it straight after. Jason says we're looking at coming out to Sydney in September for Comic Con. That would be fantastic. And Christian says he hasn't joined any of the live. No, you haven't. I would have known if you were there. And Nick has sent something that I don't understand. Oh, ages of something, I'm guessing. I'm so confused by some of the comments. And Jason says he feels isolated. That is why we were doing the online meetup, so we can all get together. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, right. Try being in Perth. You're very isolated because there aren't any Star Wars meetups in Perth. I get it. Which is why we did the online ones. So people who are geographically isolated can meet up with other people and at least talk online if you can't actually get together in person. So anyway, we were hosting them straight after this. I'm keen to move it to another day, but I'm going to go with what the majority thinks should happen. I didn't actually get your view, Troy. What do you think?
Uh, I can see the point of having it on the same day because people have and
Other things to do?
other things to do,
Lives.
and they've organised to say, right, I'm going to be available for this, but I'm also going to be
Hmm.
available for things straight after it, where you may
True.
separate it. You might be only available for one and not the other.
True.
But I also can see why you thought of separating as well. Um,
I thought of separating it for a couple of reasons. One was to have a different day, maybe either a different day of the week was something that I considered as an option. So, for example, if Sunday night doesn't work, then maybe if we had it on another day, it might work for people. Like some people might work or get up really early on Monday morning, and so Sunday night doesn't work, or they might work on Sunday night. I don't know. And so a different evening could be an option, or a completely different day, so that if you didn't have the time to spend a good hour and a half talking with us, then you could do it on another day. But anyway, they were my thoughts. That's my feedback on my space to say what I thought we should or shouldn't do. And I'm going with the majority, which seems to think do it on the same day, I guess. With
yep.
that in mind, we probably should wrap up. And should we then try to do a catch up? So if you're a member or if you're not a member, membership is currently $10 a year, which is not much. You get newsletters for at least 4 times a year, which I have to say are stupendous. They are really well written, really interesting. With they're bright, they're colorful, they're digital. I learn something new every time I read them. Our editor is amazing. I'm assuming you want to say the same thing, or not, Troy?
No,
Just gonna
but
go, yep, exactly. Our newsletters are great. So if anything, if you're a member, you get the newsletter, but you can also access the online meetups if you can't meet up in person. So that's worth doing. Have a look into it if you're not a member, because we probably should get going and then set up a online meetup for members. And thank you everyone for joining. Nick, one last comment. Nick says TK Maxx have cheap Star Wars pop figures for $13 each. There you go. If you're looking for a bargain, but then TK Maxx always has things excess stock that they're getting rid of. A bit like what the reject shop used to be like.
good to know.
And Christian says, I'll try and join the meet after this. If you're looking for the link, it will be in the team app, or you can message Star Walking Inc. and I will send you the link and we'll start over there in about 5 minutes' time.
Hey everyone,
See you all soon, hopefully. Bye.
bye.